He is amazing and he is fire. So, Freddie, I'm going to let you take it away.
Thank you, Allison. I appreciate you and your fire. Let me just say, what's interesting is that I had a certain things I wanted to talk about. My talk is on the long game in network marketing in the industry with our company. And in some of these stories, and I don't know about you guys, but this has been awesome. And Robin Packard, thank you for putting it on in quick, short notice. I'm going to encourage you guys. It is going to be it's recorded, but I'm going to encourage you, get this to your people and get your people to get it to their people. This has created a lot of, I've gotten emotional on here when Christy was sharing, and this is nothing that I was going to talk about, but it makes me want to do more and become more and make a difference for more people, because that's really what our business is. You have to have that in your heart. When she talked about her accident and how people came to see her and brought her food, and she had all these people coming in, they were singular people. Our culture is amazing and always has been. We must continue that regardless. Brought up these emotions for me, and I wasn't even going to talk about this, but I got to take a minute. And just so you know, I grew up in Illinois. 5 of us lived in one room, 300 square feet. We didn't have much. I got one bike. I was 10 years old. It got stolen the next day, never got another bike. And I'm just planting my seed here, but I didn't graduate high school. It's like, what was I going to do? What I can say is I'm a hard worker. But the emotional feeling that Christy brought up was when she talked about what happened to her. Life happens to all of us at different times. Does that make sense? It's not easy. It was January of 2015. And my life was changing so much with our company and with the people. And my son, who was 16 years old, you all have kids, I'm guessing. I always tell my kids who have kids now, that you will never understand like how deep you can love until you have children. It's really cool because my daughter just had her second baby. And I said, "You love your children, don't you?" She said, "Dad, I can't even tell you." And I said, "Now you know how much I love you." But my son, January of 15, had a massive brain aneurysm. They told us that he had about 5% chance to live. It devastated my life. It devastated me. But the people here were amazing. Kala came 2 or 3 times. Mark Walker calls me that night. We just got back from Founders Club, our first Founders Club. I'm flying home and it was happening. And he says, "I'm coming in." I said, "Don't come in. Let me see what's going on." So he came in, night 12, he had surgery, and then didn't work out so good. Then he came in, he surprised me. He was in Puerto Rico with my team there. He flew in night 17 for brain surgery. I had no clue he was coming. So when you talk about commitment, when you talk about the things that really matter in your life, the people that matter. And then you know what? I'm going to say this to you guys. Now I'm going to move on, because those things are what it's about, especially in today's world, because it's a little cray-cray out there, right? We got to do better. And so what I'm going to say is this to you is when I got into Singular, it was a new company, 5 weeks old. And I had amazing growth. By the way, I'm down 60 plus pounds. Gosh, 67 now. I'm loving my peptides. I'm down 23 pounds in 10 weeks. Never been 203 since in 16 years. Feel amazing. What I'm going to say is when I got in Singular, I ran off of a few things. Okay. Number one, that I was going to do something every single day to build my business. I'm going to say this, and I'm a numbers guy, but I knew that I was going to make $10,000 a month part-time as a secondary income. I was just going to say this. I made a decision that was going to happen. So you have to make a decision on what you really want. Part of why I wanted that is because I wanted to be able to spend more time with my kids, to not stress over bills every single day because it was draining to me. And I knew I could do it here. I trusted Mark and Rudy and Mary. And as more people came on and we worked together. And so this is what I want to say to you. And the long term is key. I was committed to myself to build. I was committed to the company. I was committed to my people. Then I got to see things happen because I had people getting great results. I had people building. And I think Amy Potter really painted this picture big. It's about you got to paint the picture and sell the dream. Sometimes you got to paint the picture and sell the dream to yourself. The bottom line is this is that is a constant and a consistent every day to believe in people and always be sharing the dream of what can be how their life can get better. And that's what we did. Now let me say this to you guys. Think about what you do. I built a body years ago. I was one of the top bodybuilders in the US back in the late 80s. But I didn't build a body in one day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. I stayed consistent and I showed up to the gym every single day. I trained hard. I ate great. I got good rest. I recovered. Over years, I built that national competitive body. Same thing with maybe if you're a musician, if you like to play an instrument, you cannot get great in a day, a week, a month, a year. It takes time. It is a process. Your mindset, same thing. I worked on my mind every day. For me, consistency overruled skill, but you got to get skilled. Another message I think is important, and this hit me, okay, is that knowledge without action equals a goose egg of a zero. All these things that we do every single day, the income producing activities, right? Over time compounds. And the magic is compounding. It's like investing in the stock market. It's about the discipline of doing it, put money every 2 weeks, a month, or however you do it. Over time, that money is magical. It's the compound effect. And it is the same thing that you do in your business over a period of time. So really ultimately, what I want to say is lock it down. It is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Last thing, it is not all up. We are always up. Our attitudes are up. Our relationships are now always up. Our stocks go up and go down. Real quick, 2.5 years into the company, I got signed up January of 2010. And I grew my business to almost 400,000 a month in volume. Now think about this. I won't talk numbers, but you can say whatever the volume is, that's what 10% is what you're earning, right? It was mid 2012. And then things changed. Yes, it was a roller coaster. And I lost a bunch of people. My volume went from close to 400,000 down to 160,000. I talked to Mark and I was so down. I was so frustrated. And then he gave me his talk, and then I had to have gratitude. I said, what I'm earning today is way more money than I ever imagined earning anyway. And I built back to ambassador over time, over 1 million in volume. It's been life changing for me, you guys. And I'm just going to tell you something. We have to keep getting better personally. We have to stretch our comfort zone more. We have to just figure out what inspires us. So that being said, I'm going to move on to the next speaker who I just love. She's kind of like the female Mark Walker in a sense. And she was the I Am Singular Award earner or winner last year. And she's so amazing.